We have the superintendent's update, the consent agenda, student travels, technology, operations, and 2 other matters, including the legislative update. I don't think that it would be fair to deny any other of our community members that have so graciously given up their Monday to not be heard.
They will be heard. They're not being denied their ability to be heard. They will be heard.
What difference does it make if it's now?
They don't make the rules.
The difference is, Sanders, because we have a policy, as I said before, that I read out before the beginning of.
I don't care about your policy. You don't.
At the bottom of the meeting for hearing different.
You work for us.
Because we also have to do the business of the district, which is the
Tyrant.
meeting.
That's what she is.
You can keep
Tyrant.
every time we have a meeting, but this is not how it's supposed to flow or supposed to go. I think I made it pretty clear. I value their comments, but I also value the time of the staff who put together.
You're wasting time right now.
It means we have to be here. Does that not count either? Other voices?
Our community is what put us here. They deserve their time.
We have a policy, Mrs. Herman. I'm sorry.
Let's keep wasting time.
And it seems that the district policies aren't working very well, Sharon. How many here would like to have their comments heard?
Let's do a public vote. Do a public vote.
Community from the board like this, so please don't do that.
Do a public
Please
vote.
Don't do that.
Well, that's what you do, Sharon.
District patrons will still get to speak.
You got a motion.
Do a public vote.
Call the question.
On the question to expand the hearing of
I make a motion for a public vote.
Yes.
Mr. Padilla? Mr. Cypress?
No.
Mr. Doss?
No.
We know where Cypress stands now, don't we?
Motion failed 3-2. We're going to move on to superintendent's report and district.
I call a motion for a public vote.
Followed by the rest of the agenda where the follow-up to hearing of school district patrons will happen.
No.
I want to read a
There's a tyrant, that's why.
comment from our board president, who will be here shortly on behalf of Adam Lipsky. The Board of Education will meet in closed session this evening to discuss the ongoing internal review related to Creuse North. The board will receive an update and deliberate. The district will provide a statement to the community in the coming days.
And I gotta wait another hour?
We appreciate
Jesus
your
Christ.
patience as we work through our internal review. Thank you. Mr. Howell?
Yes, we have one thing for the superintendent update tonight.
See, this is what happens when you don't work for the public. They end up walking out. Oh my God, they gotta go through all that? Jesus. I'll be here a while. Gotta amp themselves up, you know?
Our staff sticks together. We all want to meet the needs of students. The biggest thing for us is to build relationships with students.
And I love it because it's such a family atmosphere. Kids are really nice and they explain how to do the lessons really easily.
The teachers here are outstanding. They're very, very involved in the students' education.
I really love the Fun Fridays here that does their design. Just love Cat Fridays. So amazing. They always have something great planned. Well, I like it to me because a good place for warning, and the teachers are like really nice.
Our students, our staff, even our custodians and secretaries, everybody gets a smile on their face.
Thank you so much. One of the things up here, our machines weren't working, so I'll be sure to send that electronically to everyone tomorrow. But I hope everyone in the crowd was able to see that. One of the things that I wanted to make sure I focused on when I came to Lance Creuse is student focus and community minded. And those are two things that I want to make sure I continue to focus on as a superintendent. That's what we talk about in our leadership meetings. And when I send out messages to the staff, I always want to make sure that we're keeping those two things in mind. Student focus and community minded. So thank you, Michael Kaufman, for putting that together. We'll be using that as a promote video that will be on our website and some in our materials that we'll send out to the community. So thank you for that. That's my update. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Mr. Howell. I want to entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
F. That's this. And they approve the whole thing. So now they're going to go here. Well, they got to do all that though. No, they just, this is the consent agenda. Oh, okay. So let it go here and here.
Jesus. Regarding the travel requests. I'm just curious as to why Ms. Zamborski and Ms. Beard didn't do a Justin's presentation for this board when they were asked to.
Mrs. Zamborski and Mrs. Beard sent us an email addressing the board on this issue. I'll read that now. Dear Lance Creuse Board of Education, it's a little bit long, but we have some issues. Dear Lance Creuse Board of Education, we are writing you today on behalf of both LCN and LCHS, student leadership groups, and staff. After being asked to present on behalf of our Renaissance programs in both high schools, we respectfully decline the opportunity due to the recent treatment community members and staff have received at board meetings. We refuse to expose our students to the possible negativity that has surrounded the LCPS board meetings, along with media presence and false news that has had LCPS in both the news stations and mobile pages. Our students and staff team deserve better than what our Board of Education displayed in the last several months. So we've decided to write to you on their behalf. As principals in the two largest buildings of Lance Creuse Public School District, we have dedicated our careers as teachers, administrators, coaches, and sponsors.
You're blowing hot air.
To this district for a combined total of 48 years. We have watched the ebbs and flows of the district, both financially and culturally. We also led through a worldwide pandemic while educating our students both virtually and in person. Throughout these years, one thing has remained constant for both of us: the love and passion we have for our students, staff, and stakeholders of the LCPS community. Following the pandemic, it was very clear to all educators that mental health and climate and culture in schools needed to be a focus to reunite school communities. As a collective group of administrators, we were asked to focus on our PBIS initiatives at all levels, and we were given the green light of support to explore the Jostman's Renaissance framework. In 2022, both of us and two other administrators attended our first Jostman's Renaissance conference. We were blown away by the energy and intensity of this conference. Even though we were physically and mentally exhausted after attending 19 professional development sessions in 2.5 days, all four of us left the conference knowing without any doubt this was the framework our students and faculty needed and deserved. We not only brought back the strategies and ideas learned, but we have shared connections to educators all over the world and utilized the free resources from Johnston's to support our implementation. In fall of 2022, we began living the framework in our schools and changing the climate and culture one day at a time. Throughout the next 3 years, we both participated in ZBB budgeting process with full disclosure of the financial costs of the summer conference. Our budgets were presented and approved by the LCPS Board of Education. We were never asked or told that we had to fund this conference in a different way until now. The rules of the game were changed on us in the fourth quarter. We did not plan to fund this conference differently because we were never told we had to. Altering the expectations this late in the process not only disrupts our planning, but sends a disheartening message to those who have invested their time, effort, and passion into transformative work we do there each summer, on our own time during our summer vacation. Moving forward, we understand that funding for the future will have to look different. In the last few weeks, we have both reached out to the local supporters for funds and support our student travel. Our Johnston's representatives have come through in a huge way sponsoring $9,600, which will cover the cost of our student expenses. This is not just a money-sucking conference that we do nothing with when we return. So what does the Johnston's Renaissance Framework do for our schools? The Johnston's Framework focuses on the areas of academic achievement, character development, and teacher morale. These areas have always been foundational components of climate and culture, but after the pandemic, they have become essential to the development and growth of our students. The Johnston's Results Formula encourages schools to identify values that you respect and then recognize and reward actions you want to see. Reinforce your values through traditions and words while looking for ways to create strong relationships. All of this drives results. The 6 R's in the results formula. This framework has given us tools and resources to recognize all students, not just athletes and top academically performing students. Our leadership classes are using their leadership curriculum. They're using our leadership curriculum and instructional resources. As a result, our student leaders are thriving in our school communities and growing as they attend leadership conferences around the state of Michigan. Both buildings are using their free character and wellness videos during advisory time to support social emotional learning. Students are given a voice in the roundtable discussions about real-life challenges our students face in the school daily. At the beginning of the school year, our students participate in a Commit to Graduate ceremony that focuses on our reason, as students sign banners and gowns that are displayed throughout the year to remind them to work hard each and every day. The Renaissance cards that we have both implemented are reward systems that focus on positive student achievement, consistent attendance, and stand-up behavior. Together we will, and show up, stand up, never give up, are the results of our brand new resource that we use from Johnston's. Through surveys with students, faculty, and stakeholders, we were able to identify with what our communities value and then clearly represent those values through our identity and mascots, which have been inconsistent for years. We are proud to be able to answer the questions, what does it mean to be a part of Crusader Nation or Lancer Country? In Crusader Nation, Together We Will has become a declaration of our commitment to each other's pursuits of greatness. In Lancer Country, we show up, stand up, and never give up, whether in the classroom, in athletics, extracurriculars, and in life. These identities not only represent what we value, but they are developed from the historical meaning of both of our mascots. These phrases are not declaration, they are direction. If you all follow both school social media pages, you will see the recognition that our stakeholders receive us, that all the stakeholders are receiving. If you will see events and rewards that motivate our students, even our struggling learners, to achieve their best and grow throughout high school, Our students are not just defined by state test scores, they are real humans making real human growth. They describe our schools as safe, fun, and supportive. Our students have shown improved attendance and reduced behavioral referrals. When kids feel a part of something bigger than themselves, they show up and live up to the challenges we give them. Both LCN and LCHS received School of Distinction Awards from Culture and Climate work we implemented last year. This involves a 96 question application